It's Raquel Bowman here, and today I'm here to share a layout for Pink Paislee with you. It's a Valentine's theme, and I'm going to be using this C'est La Vie collection. I'm using this photo from my wedding. My photos were taken by Sarah Taylor in Australia, and what she's done here is she's had us stand still and our wedding party to be jumping or striding off to the side. I love this photo, even though my husband and I, we've got silly looks on our face because we were trying not to giggle, but I wanted to scrapbook this one, and what I wanted to have was a quote. So I've got "with you" in the gorgeous chipboard letters, and then I have printed on, I've got a wide format printer which I've only just figured out how to print onto, and this is, I've cut this down to 11 by 11 size, and it just says, "With you I can forget all my problems, with you time stands still, with you there's no one else." And I thought that that quote was perfect for this photo because we are literally standing still in the middle of the chaos that's happening behind us. So this is all I've got to so far, and I did have to pre-plan this part so that I could get my photo and my title and my journaling to fit perfectly. What I thought with this layout is, if I'm really happy with the end result, I might even frame it as a sort of nice different keepsake. I'm trialing as well having my black mat as the background of my video instead of my work surface. My work surface is cream, not white, or it's an off-white, so it means that when my layout is on there, sometimes it can make my videos look darker than what they are, even though I've got some new lighting and things set up. So I'm going to try my black mat, and any feedback I'd appreciate. If you notice the quality is okay throughout the duration of this, please let me know in the comments. And what I've also done is I'm about to start to mark off. I spoke about this in my haul video with these letters. I love that they've got what's available on the back. So all I'm going to do, I've created one layout already with these, is I'm just going to cross off which ones I've used for this page so that then I know what's left when I create with these alphabets again. And it was really good because at the start I think I wanted to write "time stands still" and then follow that with a quote, and I didn't have enough M's to write "time," so I knew already that that title wasn't going to work with these particular letters. So that's a little tip for you. I'm going to speed you up and just keep going with the process. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, but I really want my focus to be on the quote and the title and obviously the photo. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm just working on getting some layers and things onto the page. So I just absolutely adore that black floral print. And now what I'm doing is, because I have printed my journaling out and it's printed 11 by 11 on an 11 by 11 size piece, I'm trying to find a background that will suit what I'm wanting this layout to look like. So I've grabbed out that weathered, pale pink weathered wood look, and I've popped my whole sheet onto that. And now I'm just going through, pulling out all the embellishments and trying to see what I can add right now before I started hearing anything. So I've got behind my actual photo, it's a 4x6 size photo. I've got the grayscale sort of floral print. Then I've got a pink with a sort of dotted black circle print on it, and then I've grabbed out two of those doilies, and at this stage one is at the top left corner and one is at the bottom right corner, but that will change. I've clipped on one of the gorgeous clips from the C'est La Vie collection, and I'm now working on, I felt like it just needed something down the bottom I wasn't sure whether I was just going to put just horizontal strips across the bottom of pattern paper, but then I decided to do a bit of a diagonal thing. So I've got a chunkier diagonal across the bottom of the page, and then I've got a narrow thin diagonal across the top of the page. It was at this point that I realized that my journaling was too high for what I was wanting on this layout. So what I've actually had to do, as you can see, is I've had to print a new one, and I bumped it all down so that I could actually complete the layout and have it how I'd pictured it in my mind. So I end up using that second piece just as a scrap, and I'll probably use that as a bit of a printing tester as well to make sure that my positioning is right when I print on an 11 by 11 in the future. And now what I'm just doing is I wanted to pop a little bit of that mint green diagonal stripe paper behind that floral, so I've just cut that to size to fit, and I'm trimming that top corner a little bit smaller just because the photo ended up being a bit higher than I anticipated. I probably could have moved my journaling down even more from what I already have done. And I have popped vellum behind the photo, but you'll notice on my close-ups that I actually end up removing that. The night that I made this layout, I put my layout out on my kitchen bench. I had our air conditioning system on all night because it was quite a hot night, and for some reason and I think maybe the dampness of the air, my vellum warped. Like my page was where the vellum was and my photo just a crinkly mess. So I ended up that day peeling that off, and just when I was about to take the photo of the layout and getting rid of that vellum and sticking my photo back down. Luckily, it didn't ruin my photo by doing that, but I just couldn't have kept the vellum on how it was. So the vellum in my final images will not be there. And what I'm doing now is going through the ephemera and bits and pieces and just adding little clusters of embellishment. So I'm working on a bit of an embellishment cluster to the left of the photo. So I've got a die cut ampersand, I've got just a label tag which I've slotted in then, I've got the little me and you tab to the left of the photo, and I've got the paper clip which I popped on before, and in that bottom left corner I've got half of the doily and a puffy sticker, a little label sticker, and also an acetate piece at the very back, just for a bit of extra texture and something to look at, I guess. I knew that I wanted to add some washi strips, and I will add those in, and I knew also that I wanted to add in some of the colour shine, so I will do that as well. I'm sticking the alphas down, so I'm up to the stage of sticking. I'm sticking them down with my T-square ruler, and I'm using that to make sure that the title is straight because it's such a focus. I've gone off camera and stitched along the perimeter of the page, or perimeter of the white section of the page, and I'm just bending that up now. And I've also added in some touches of washi, which I also did off camera. So I've added some at the top left corner where that little photo corner is, and some to underneath that cluster I'm working on now, as you can see, and then some directly under my main journaling. I finished the page with a couple of these gorgeous transparent tiny word stickers. I love the look that they bring. I love that they've got the gold foil, but I also like that they're that transparent look. At first I wasn't sure about the transparent compared to the other tiny word stickers I have, but I think I actually am liking them even more. So I'm showing you a little close-up and I'm finished. So thank you for watching today. Thank you for, and don't forget to check out the Pink Paislee blog as well. People are sharing different work on titles all week, and I'll be back very soon with another video. Bye everyone.